Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies and gents, I got something I need to say. Not want to say, but needs to say. Um, this whole YouTube thing. Now with David, Darius, we're not gonna deal with you right now. We're gonna deal with her. Okay, that's my girl. That's Patty, y'all. She wants to let y'all know that she got to say something because she finally got the nerve to say it. And you know, I could not have picked a better song this morning. Okay, if Patty got the nerve, tell him, Patty. She got nerve, y'all. That's my girl, Patty, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, what I am doing is I'm turning down Patty because y'all know Patty can be kind of loud when she's trying to express what's on her mind. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this YouTube thing is the individuals who started this, they had a pretty good idea. Giving the individuals 15 minutes, because you've heard of the 15 minutes of fame, giving individuals 15 minutes to express their opinion. To express their opinion. Then they allowed individuals to make comments on that opinion. That was in a design to build up attention so that other people could see what other people were thinking about what somebody else was thinking. That's right. It was an opinionated website when it first started. Everybody had an opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't have an opinion when I started YouTube. I didn't join YouTube because I wanted to show a picture of a cat following a flashlight on a wall. Okay? That's what YouTube was to me when I first saw YouTube. I did not watch YouTube. Why? Because it was videos of people doing stupid things. And if I want to watch people doing stupid things, ladies and gentlemen, I'll go to downtown Los Angeles. Or I'll go to Venice Beach. Or I'll just step outside my front door. So I didn't watch YouTube when it first came out. YouTube was out for better part of 5 years before I watched YouTube. However, my best friend was losing a house and it was interfering with our friendship. So I gave him my word. You guys, some of you know the story. I told him I would make it go away. Ladies and gentlemen, I had no idea how I was going to make it go away, but you want to know something? Everybody who knows me knows that once I give my word, I will break my neck to keep it. Tell him, Patty, because I try to keep it real. That's what Patty's saying. Ladies and gentlemen, it went away. It went away, but it ruined our friendship. Because he never forgave me for what somebody else did. He blamed me for what somebody else did. I know, well, he really wasn't a friend, and that's the reason why I'm doing this video. Because that young man, who is in my mind, a perfect individual. He's imperfect as a human, but as a friend, he was perfect. He allowed something so trivial as a circumstance that was beyond either of our control, and that pretty much killed a friendship. That's my fault, ladies and gentlemen. What do you mean? Well, when my best friend Kevin died, and they had the viewing of the body, I was the first person allowed to see him. I arrived there before his family. And I explained to the people at the mortuary what our friendship was. I explained to them the circumstances of how he died the very next day after telling me it was the best day of his life and that we were best friends. So they let me go see my friend, and I made a promise to him. Yes, I knew he was dead, but I made a promise to the image, to the person, and I guaranteed him that I would always be there for him. I believe in the resurrection. Now, if those of you who don't understand the resurrection, that's on you. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Ladies and gentlemen, what I believe is what I believe. It has nothing to do with you. Don't compare what I believe to what you believe. I serve Jehovah. Just because you know the name Jehovah, or just because that title means something to you, please understand, I don't serve a title. I don't serve a God. I serve my friend. His name is Jehovah. He happens to be the greatest personage in existence. He is my best friend. Everyone else is secondary to him when I call them a best friend. I take friendship very seriously. I take my friendship with Jehovah very seriously. In the last week, I've had 2 people tell me what my God is like. You don't get to tell me what my God is like. You don't get to tell me how to serve my God. My God tells me how to serve him. He tells me what he's like, because that's his job, not yours. You don't get to do that. Now, here's what I will tell you. One thing I don't do. I don't ever tell anybody who Jehovah is. Why? Because it's not my job. Okay? That's his job. So I tell people, and I want you to follow me for right now, because I'm just talking. I want you to follow me. Over the past year, technically most of my life, I have told people that problem you're having, go to Jehovah. Use his name when you talk to him and ask him for his help. And if he helps you, then now you know you're going to have to pay him back by doing what he says, because he did something for you when he did not have to. He showed you, proved to you his existence. Every single person has come back to me, don't play that game with me. You can't, well, I did this and I don't care what you did. I'm telling you what they did. Okay, this ain't got nothing to do with you. You selfish mother. Look, that's the problem with people. They all want to say what they did. I just talked to somebody for an hour and 50 minutes yesterday. After I did a video telling everybody about the headache I had and how exhausted I was. An hour and 50 minutes of him saying, I. And he doesn't even recognize in his own person the level of selfishness that he has. But he was going through something, and he texted me on my phone and asked me for assistance. We're going to talk about him in a second. Not going to talk about him specifically by name, but we're going to talk about that situation. Hey, Tupac, everywhere you go, oh, it's the same what? That's Tupac, y'all. He talking about the same old. We're even going to talk about rap. There are a lot of people who don't like rap because they say rap is meaningless, doesn't mean anything. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm from the school where rappers took words and they created stories, or they took stories and they created a script to tell the story in a rhyme. Here's the thing, what you guys don't understand, people have been doing that for centuries, for millennia. That's why they call them, pay attention, nursery rhymes. The only problem with rap, it's not what it was when it started. There are several different categories of rap, including that gay rap bull. I'm sorry. There is so many different genres out there of rap. I don't listen to the junk that's out today. That's why you see all of my music is stuff that's been out for a while. Why? Because I can't stand that junk that's out today. Okay? But, again, let me let you know, Tupac wasn't the greatest because there are a lot of things he talked about that I don't condone. That's why I don't listen to everything Tupac did. But anyway, let's get back to this this friendship thing. Ladies and gentlemen, when my best friend died, I made a promise to myself that I would never allow anybody to take his place. It is impossible for anybody else to step where that individual stood. Impossible. When I tell you I believe in the resurrection, what is the resurrection? I believe I do have the watchtower. I'm not going to pull it up. I may not have the watchtower on this computer, but it will be on this computer because the idea is that daily text pops up every time I turn my computer on. And so it's not on this computer because I would definitely have it on my desktop. So I'm going to be loading up the watchtower. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, in the scriptures, Jesus made a promise. Many people have heard the scripture, I am the resurrection and the life. It's John 11, chapter verse 23 and 24 and 25. Jesus says, I am the resurrection and the life. A lot of people don't understand that. They don't understand that his purpose of coming to the earth was to die and be resurrected. That's that's what Paul is talking about, people. That's what Peter and all of the disciples had to realize. They didn't realize because he said the Son of Man is to be delivered up. They didn't realize that he was telling them, I came here to die, you ignorant mother. Okay, sorry. He didn't call them ignorant. Yes, he did. He even said, how long must I put up with you? Because they were selfish. They're always talking about who's going to be number one, who was number one. They were always competing against each other. Ladies and gentlemen, I get it. I understand it. Okay? Again, I get it. I understand it. So what did Jesus do? I'm sorry, let me get rid of this junk right here. That's the software. It's 360 total security. It's an antivirus and computer system correction software. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's the situation. When he said he was the resurrection and life, he was simply saying, there is a hope for you people. You don't know about this hope, but there is a hope. What is that hope? That if you die and you have faith in me and my Father, we will resurrect you. We will cause you to come back to life. Now, there are going to be those people out there, what the? Shut up. Nobody's asking you for your opinion. See, that's the problem. Everybody wants to give their opinion every 5 seconds of the day. Nobody's asking you for it, so keep your mouth shut. You say, well, nobody's asking you for your opinion, and that's the point. Nobody's talking to you. Nobody's asking you to speak up. Nobody's asking you for your voicing of your opinion. So shut it up. No, shut. Shh. Ladies and gentlemen, when he told people about the resurrection, they were aware of it. Go back and look at John the 11th chapter. Those of you who are sincere and you care about scripture, go and read John the 11th chapter, verse 1 through 44. It is the only chapter of the Bible that talks about this story. The only one. But this chapter, when you read it, you'll see it was put in the scriptures for one purpose, one reason only. What was that reason? To explain about the resurrection. That's what the whole chapter of John, the 11th chapter is all about, is the resurrection. It doesn't talk about any other subject. What did he tell Martha? He said, your brother will rise. What did she say? Oh, I know he's going to rise in the resurrection on the last day. The Jews believed in the resurrection, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't something new to them. This was a biblical promise, a biblical teaching, biblical history. So she said, yes, I know he's going to rise in the resurrection on the last day. On the last day, judgment day, last day, a day to God is 1,000 years. Last day, judgment day. You get it? Got it? I'm so grateful to you. So with that being said, I may not have the watchtower on here now that I just thought about it. Yeah, it's on the other computer, so I'm going to have to transfer it here. Oh, my stars. I don't know how I'm going to do it, y'all. Oh, well, it's going to be later. I know how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to hook up the other hard drive and transfer it. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeffrey Osborne, he wants to woo, woo, woo. And he's asking, can you woo, woo, woo? All right. After he asked Martha, do you know, If he told Martha, I'm the resurrection and life, he asked her, do you believe this? Martha said, yes, Lord, for I know that you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. She said, yes, I know you are the Christ. Pay attention. Nobody, hey, Martha, this is the Christ. No, Martha says, I know. She had faith. Martha had faith. She believed. Jesus said to her when she talked about her brother being dead, he says, I am the resurrection and the life. And when he's at the grave and Martha is there and she says, Lord, by now he must smell. He says, did I not tell you? Did I not tell you? In other words, we've already had this conversation, Martha. We had this conversation earlier today. What are you doing? You expressed faith earlier and now you're not expressing faith? Look, stand over there and watch. Again, go back and read John the 11th chapter. And what does he do? He resurrects Lazarus. To this day, nobody has disproved that. There were witnesses, ladies and gentlemen. There were witnesses to his burial. Everybody who was there when he was buried, wrapped up, put in that tomb, were the same ones who were there when he was resurrected. Oh, that's convenient. You better believe it's convenient. Because who else could that be proved to? They're the only ones who can confirm he was dead. That's why the scribes and the Pharisees were upset. Do you guys not understand? Lazarus was just no wimpy dink. Lazarus was a very prominent person. He was a very rich person. Mary Magdalene, the one who had the alabaster case of that perfume oil, that perfume oil was worth at least $600 for that little container that she had. Mary was not poor. That's why Judas is saying, hey, wait, what the you doing? That could have been sold and the money given to the poor. And I could have gotten a cut of that. What's wrong with you? Pouring that on him. That's a waste of oil. Go back and read. It was Judas who did that. And like Jesus said, she did it in preparation for his burial. And then what did he do? He told his disciples, the Son of Man must be delivered up, and on the third day he will rise. He kept telling them, on the third day he will rise. Why? Because it had been prophesied. It had been scriptured. The whole scripture, the whole purpose of Christ coming to the earth was for his resurrection. Go ahead. No. Go ahead and find another reason why Christ came to the earth. Did he not say, for this purpose I was born, to Pilate the night before he was to die? For this purpose I was born, and for this reason I've come into the earth to bear witness to the truth. Well, what is the truth? That death does not end it all for everyone. That there is not life after death, but there is the hope of a resurrection. You see, there is hope after death, not life. The opposite of life is death. So Jehovah, the God I serve, is a God of life. Everybody else's God is a God of whatever, a God of paradise with virgins, or a God of, what's that thing, heaven? Oh yeah, I'm going to heaven when I die. I'm going to sing on streets paved in gold. And I'm just going to be glory, glory, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. The only problem is, if these people really truly believed in that, then why do they cry? If they believe that their relatives are going to paradise and or heaven, why do they cry? Don't worry about it. Whatever excuse you can give them will not suffice. And as Anita Baker is saying in the background, I apologize if that doesn't sit well with all of you. If they truly believed their relative was going to a better place, they wouldn't be crying. They would be happy for them. Let's celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, because I do the videos the way I do, and yes, I know nobody else does videos like me. I've been doing it this way from the very beginning. Well over 10,000 videos on YouTube I have done to the present day. Over 10,000 videos on YouTube. Do you know how many hours that is? Some of my videos were 6 hours long. I kid you not. You see, when I'm explaining information to people, I'm showing you the information. I'm not telling you what I know. I am showing you the information. I am showing you what the facts are. I just did a video and I talked to people about, pay attention, prima facie, presumption of law. I have been yelling about presumption of law since I found out about that piece of junk that somebody can have an idea and they don't even have to tell you they had the idea, and you have to rebut the idea that they had that you don't even know about. What the? I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you, since they are using presumption in your case, get to challenge that practice. You get to challenge presumption of law. You can challenge the statute. You can challenge the statute. You can challenge the statute. Why can you challenge the statute? Because the statute is based on a presumption. It is based on prima facie, a stupid appearance. It appears to be law. Okay, we're going to enforce it. If the court is a court of law, then they can't enforce a presumption. They can only enforce the law. Well, if a prima facie stupid piece of code, regulation, and or statute is only an appearance, only quote-unquote evidence, the court cannot enforce evidence. They must enforce the law based on facts and conclusive law. A presumption is not conclusive. Prima facie is not conclusive. People, start challenging these idiots. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, once you guys start challenging their stupid presumptions, everything changes. Why? Because they're not prepared for that. Yeah. People have brought challenges in the past, but nobody's ever challenged them on the foundation. What do you mean? My grandfather, I don't give up what your grandfather did. Okay, he ain't do it like this. And how do I know? Because I've been doing this for a long time. Okay, and I don't listen to everybody. Lord have mercy, have I listened to so many people who have been doing law and have been putting cases and have been winning cases. And never have I seen anybody ever attack their stupid presumptions with the foundational principles that they're supposed to be courts of law. And if a presumption is not law, then how can they enforce a presumption? The question is, either they are a court of law or they are not. This is Special Ed and he's doing Monster Jam. Hey, Special, you know you're my boy and everything, but we're going to skip you. I love Special Ed, but we're going to play Billy Withers. Okay? Bill Withers is talking about sunshine and how much I do want my sunshine. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, before I finish talking about this presumption of law and going on with this video, I wanted to let you know I bought it's called a My Buddy heater. It hooks to a propane tank. I drilled a hole in the wall and put the 12-foot long cord through that hole. And ladies and gentlemen, once I put the 12-foot long cord through that hole, I was very concerned. I am very concerned about fires. I understand the devastation a fire can do. And so not only do I have to make sure the dogs don't go anywhere near the heater, because it is an open flame. You can see the pilot. It's the same as your heater on your wall. There's an open pilot, but there's a door covering it. Well, this pilot has a screen covering it, but that screen gets hot. So just like you won't let your children walk up to your heater and touch it, I'm the same way with the dogs. They're not my children. They're just my, they keep me company. They're not my companions. Okay, I'm not marrying a dog. Your mama married a dog, and your daddy married a dog. I ain't marrying no dog. Okay? Yeah, I said it, mother. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, understanding what's going on. When I started with YouTube, the first thing I did is I saw a couple of videos, and there were people doing videos like they're doing today, regurgitating what they heard and trying to explain it. Pay attention, regurgitating what they heard. So people were getting secondhand information from secondhand informationers. That's not a benefit. And y'all still waters. There's Aretha. Okay, y'all remember Aretha, the great Aretha Franklin. They put this woman through so much. They talked about her. She picked up some weight, and they trashed her through the news. This woman wasn't a singer based on her weight. This woman was a singer based on her voice, and nobody came close to this woman. This woman could sing. As a matter of fact, Aretha wasn't even that tall of a woman, but you know, every time I thought of her, I thought of somebody who was 6 feet tall and somebody who had a towering stature, because that's the way she sang. This woman had a powerful voice. And then when I saw her and saw pictures of her and saw her on film and saw her compared to people who were taller, I realized the image I had of her was not the actual image of her, but I still held on to the image I had of her because that's what I hear when I hear her sing. Okay, see, now I know Gladys is not that tall, but Gladys, her voice is different than Aretha. Anita Baker, her voice is different than Aretha. Aretha is, man, Aretha Franklin, ladies and gentlemen. That's who she is. All right. So I was listening to YouTube, trying to help my best friend with his house. And I typed in mortgages, and I started putting in more specific searches. And I came across some videos that were talking about A for V and all of that other stuff. And I'm listening to these videos, and I think his name was it Sam Davis? I think his name was Sam Davis. It's been a while, but I'm listening to him, and Sam Davis, he told all of you where he was getting his information from. These were people he knew who knew this information were giving it to him, and he was telling it to you all. Okay, he didn't hide that. They went after him because, ladies and gentlemen, you know what everybody doesn't do? They don't pay their taxes. They do these seminars and all that, and they don't pay their taxes. I have subcontractors at SATCOM, and I said, y'all, you mother gonna pay y'all taxes. Every single one of y'all gonna pay y'all taxes. Why? Because they're engaging in commerce. They're subcontractors. They're engaging in commerce. They're gonna pay their taxes, but they're also gonna get some tax credits to go with that, to offset whatever funds coming out of their pocket. Why? Because that's part of their package for being a part of SATCOM. Everybody who comes to SATCOM, the subcontractors, but no. You can't just quit after 6 months. You have to complete your assignment. So we have several people who are no longer here due to circumstances of family and life. You know, that really does take away from people's ability. I'm sorry, I'm opening the curtain so that I can see outside, because you talk about fog. Whew, man, is there some fog this morning. And ladies and gentlemen, when I say there is some fog this morning, I can see maybe about 2 miles. Okay, but that's all I can see. I can see the mountain, which is a little over 6 miles away. So I can see the mountain, but I can also not see the sky because it's foggy. Fog is nothing but clouds, ladies and gentlemen. Condensation. And that's the morning I'm waking up to, but it's a very comfortable morning. So let's get back to this understanding about why and how I do videos. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm listening to these videos, I'm listening to these individuals like Sam explain things to people, but yes, I know I was just talking about SATCOM, but this is not about SATCOM. And I'm listening to Sam and others explain things to people, explain the law to people, but they're not giving them the history of this. They're just telling it to them from the point they received it, but not how we got there. Ladies and gentlemen, everything is in the details. You cannot get to where you're going if you don't know where you've been. That simply is to say, if you don't know how it started, how will it ever end? How will you ever understand it ending? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Stevie B again, but I'm going to skip Stevie B. And this is Tears for Fears, and they're talking about believing. Ladies and gentlemen, what I did is I did a video. I had an account, and so I did a video, and it was a simple video. I took 15 minutes, well, I think it was about 6 minutes, and I explained to people, I said the video such and such did, the place where he's getting that information, and I explained it to people, where it came from. I gave people the history, and I talked to people about several cases involving whatever it is that they were talking about. And then I realized I had to explain to them where that came from. And so I did another video, and I did another video, and all of a sudden there's 4 videos, 5 videos up, 3 to 5 videos put up that week. And the last one was 15 minutes long. And then I noticed within that week, I got 1,500 comments and 3,000 views. And I said, okay. And that's when I left the comments on, because people's comments were specific to the video and the information back then. They weren't just, oh, and come to this video. This guy will help you with your debt. All you got to do is click here. They weren't clickbaiters. You know, they weren't, oh, and look, even though he did this video, I want to talk about me. Okay? And so what I think is that they're aliens, and they're like lizard people, and they're there in disguise. Yeah, because I saw they live, and man, I believed it. And they live, I believe they live, y'all. It wasn't that way back then. Ladies and gentlemen, and I did videos responding to the comments. Why? Because it's easier to do a video responding to the comment, because if one person had that opinion, or had that thought, or had that question, then that means that at least another had that thought, had that question. And so that's why I did the video. To deal with the questions that people were asking, but nobody knew they were asking. I filled in the blanks. Go ahead, all of you. Go ahead and look at how, when you go to my videos, you're getting the filler. You're not getting the surface information. You're getting, man, I didn't, you know what? I thought, oh man, thank you. You helped me put these pieces together. I'm getting constant emails with people telling me of how they're able to now have a better picture, how the puzzle is coming together. That's what I do, people. I tell people, and there are some people who got it. I remember telling this to one guy when I was on vacation in Puerto Rico, and I remember telling this guy how my brain works. I said, if you've ever seen Minority Report with Tom Cruise, and I said, and you see him at the virtual computer where he's moving things, I said, my mind takes everything literally, and I can visualize it without trying. When I see a situation, I see all the different elements of the situation, and my mind literally maps out and puts those pieces together. And that's how I resolve problems. Hold on. Sorry. I apologize, y'all. My computer just went to the screensaver. Let me make sure you guys understand. I don't resolve problems by that solely. Jehovah is my problem solver. Okay? I go to him. He's the one who gives me that ability. That's how I resolve my problems. Okay. That's how I plan things. That's how I'm able to be successful. Now, I'm not successful 100 times a day. Man, as soon as I started doing videos, ladies and gentlemen, the courts started focusing on my cases. They started focusing on the paperwork I was putting in. See, before I could get them, I could hit them with facts. I could hit them across the head with things they weren't willing to speak about, let you guys know about. Yeah, that's what I could do. But I can't do that now because they're focusing on me. The moment I put something to the court and that court doesn't know me, the first thing they do is they look for my name in their database. What I'm finding is that for the most part, then these idiots are doing Google searches. Hey, yay. This is Dana Dane. It's all rolling with the Dane. Ladies and gentlemen, let me show y'all. This is what I listened to when I was younger. Okay? Okay? Now, the reason why I'm talking about Dana Dane, because Dana Dane, he wasn't rapping about killing somebody. He wasn't rapping about hitting somebody, beating somebody up, or being a gang member. Dana Dane, if you want to know of a storyteller, Dana Dane. Go back and listen to every single rap this young man did. He was telling a story. Okay, that's Dana Dane. See, I like the storytelling of rhymes. That's why I like Rap is the Light. Because if you got it, they did a party rap, a storytelling rap, and a bragging rap. All in one song. 3 different types of raps in one song. That's how rap started, and that's what rap was for me. Rap is not like today, this junk that these idiots are putting out, where they got these so-called hooks, and they keep saying the same old hook. Can't touch this. How you like me now? No, I'm not. Hey, Kumo, I am not talking about you. I like Kumo B, and I like How You Like Me Now because he didn't just say How You Like Me Now. He actually spoke. And after he spoke, he said, now how you like that, mother? Okay, Kumo, that's my boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I mention this stuff to you guys because I'm letting you know what I like. I'm not asking you what you like. People say, why don't you leave your comments open so we can tell you what we like? Because this is my channel. If you want to tell me what you like, you go do your own video. You do your own channel. And you tell people what you like. And then what most of you are going to find out, this video thing, it ain't easy. This video thing ain't easy, people. Because when you do the first couple of videos, you're putting yourself out there. Now you're open and you're exposed because some idiot going to attack you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't give up about idiots trying to attack me. The first thing I told all of you is that idiots were going to use my past. So when I went to Cleveland to do a seminar in 2012, the first thing, and my boy Sean, whom they killed, I'm very, very pissed off about that. His brother was the chief of police. And Sean wasn't perfect, but Sean was okay. I met him. It was because of him and Russell that I did the seminar. And after I did the seminar in Cleveland, there was some hoe, some prostitute that decided that they wanted to out me, wanted to talk about my past, wanted to say, and this is what he is. And ladies and gentlemen, let me make sure you guys understand. I'm giving information. I don't give a you talk about my past. So I spent 15 minutes telling everybody and their grandmama about my past. And I told them at that seminar, it's called the Cleveland event. That's what the title of the video, Cleveland event. I said, And if any of you don't like that, you can get yours up and go. I said, but you're not getting your money back because I didn't make you no promises that I didn't have something in my past. But that ain't got nothing to do with this information. This information is about this. This ain't about that. So if you want to deal with that, then you go on and deal with that. But right now, we're going to deal with this. Go back. The video, I don't know if the video is still up there. It's out there somewhere. Okay? It's out there somewhere. I don't care. What I'm trying to tell you guys, this is my girl, and this is Angie Stone. And Calvin, you know Calvin. Hey, Calvin, I'm sorry you ain't bigger than what you're supposed to be. Apologize for that, homie. Ladies and gentlemen, when I did that seminar, not a single person got up and left. I did have a lot of people who unsubscribed from my channel when they found out. So what? I don't care. Man, I'm gonna unsubscribe from you. Okay. That's fine. I didn't ask you to subscribe in the first place. Go, ladies and gentlemen, go and look at any one of my videos and see, have I ever... get your butt back over there. Get away from that heater. Get over there. I'm a... Okay, sorry. That was Penny. She was getting venturous, and I need to make sure they understand that this is not the area they come to. This is an area that they've never been allowed to come to, but I moved the desk over to this area. And so I'm trying to make sure they understand that there is a place for them, and it ain't here. Okay? I'm going to pause this for a second. I'm going to come back, and then we're going to conclude this with me talking about the situation that occurred yesterday. Okay? I have to go, they have to go eat because this is their feeding time between 6:30 and 7:30. And so I might as well do it now because I got some things I need to do. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I got a text message from somebody I did a consult with previously. And when I did a consult with this person, I made the exact same promise I make to everybody, that I record the consult, and that when I record it, I will send you a copy. Now, there's been at least one person to whom I did a consult with, and it did not record. And I had to apologize. Sometimes, because of my living out in this rural area, there is a connection issue. But that didn't happen with this individual. I sent him via the same email portal that he communicated with me. And when I sent it to him, he received it, but it was sent through Google Drive because of the size of the file. And he said in order for him to access the Google Drive information, it required him to sign up. And he didn't want to sign up. He never conveyed that to me. And as I did explain to him, I'm sorry, sir, that's not my problem. I sent you the information the same way I sent it to everybody else. I am not going to sit up here and create a new program for those of you who are afraid of Google. I'm sorry. My cell phone has acted as if I said, say Google, you know, and so it pulled up that on the phone. Like I said, it's listening to me. And the bad part about it is it don't want to stop listening. So now, but he never communicated back after I sent him that email. Matter of fact, I technically hadn't heard from him. I want you all to pay attention, please. I've had several conversations with this individual. Whatever question he had, I've answered. No additional anything. I've answered his questions. Well, last night at the end of the conversation, he expressed his, and I'll explain to you the conversation in a second. He expressed his true nature by saying that I did not keep my word, that I never sent him the file. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty certain that that file is still on my Google Drive, that he still has the email and the link, and all he has to do is click on the link and download it. He says, well, they won't let him do it without signing on to Google. That's a lie. I have an insurance company that needed a file, and they went through the very same thing. The very same thing! And guess what they did, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what they did? It was real simple, ladies and gentlemen. They simply set up a guest account and downloaded the file. You don't need to have a Google account to download a Google Drive file. No, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, I download files from YouTube all the time. Most of the files that I download from YouTube are from Google Drive. The individual just sends you a link. Let me explain the conversation. I'm not going to give you all the details. The individual sent me a text message, very lengthy text message, and the only reason why I called him is because it was too lengthy. I don't have time to be reading all of that. Okay, that's a waste of time. You might as well go ahead and call me and tell me what you have to say, because I'm not going to sit up here. I told you how much I love reading. I'm not going to sit up here and read all that junk. No, technically, no, it's not junk. Okay, this was somebody expressing they were going through something. And they asked me for my experience. Did I have any experience in it? Did I have any advice to offer? So I called him. I said, what was that text message about? And the person took the time to explain. 1 hour and 26 minutes did I remain quiet because the person was going through something. So let them talk. I didn't interrupt. People, if you know me, I've already said how much when people call me for information, how much I don't let them talk, how much it's about getting the information to them. Their opinion doesn't matter because they're calling for information, not to give me their opinion because I don't give about their opinion. For 1 hour and 26 minutes, I gave this individual my time. You think they appreciated that? Nah. See, they didn't know that I had just did a video telling everybody that I had a headache, that I wasn't feeling very well that evening, that this headache was in the bone, and I'd had it for 3 days now. It's still there. It's not as prominent as it was yesterday, but the headache is still there. Now it's at the base of the neck. Okay? You know, she never lets me stay. She won't take her weight off of me. Every backstage door, man, and she just won't let me be. Y'all know? And I don't know why she always trying to be dirty. Okay? But she do like the boys in the band. She's always coming around. See? Thank you, Michael. So won't you just let me be? I'm sorry. This song means a lot to me, ladies and gentlemen. When this album came out, I got the album. And when I heard this song, if you can imagine when you listen to an album for the first time, well, when I listened to an album for the first time, especially this one by Mike, what I did is nobody else was around, so I turned my system up and I'm listening to the beat, and that beginning was enough to catch my attention. And then I knew who he was talking about, but that wasn't it. It was the way the song was done, as if it was a concert setting. Yeah. Mike, look, Mike could sing. I didn't agree with all of the junk he said, because Mike, there was something wrong with that boy. Okay, anyway. After this gentleman explains what he's going through, and I won't talk about what he's going through, because what he's going through, that was his personal business. It's not your business. Okay? But he expressed how he had some experiences And an hour and 26 minutes, he explained his experiences. At the end of an hour and 26 minutes, yes, an hour and 26 minutes, I looked at my phone. I told him, I said, I have sat and I've listened to you for an hour and 26 minutes. And all I heard was I, I. All he talked about was him. In my mind, that's why you're having these problems. Because all you're focused on is you. And ladies and gentlemen, so long as you focus only on you, you're going to have problems. Selfishness leads to self-centeredness. And as long as you're focused on you, then all you can see is what's affecting you. You cannot see what's affecting others. But he couldn't handle that. No, that was offensive to him. So I asked him a couple of questions. Not a single one of my questions. And I asked him about 15 questions over the next, pay attention, 20 minutes. Why? Because I needed him to see what he was showing me. I needed him to see how other people will perceive the information he's given. I needed him to see from a different perspective. Ladies and gentlemen, not a single question of mine was answered. Every one of my questions were answered with, so what you're saying is that, what I'm saying, I've already told you and everybody else and their grandmothers that when I say something, you don't have to guess at what I'm saying. I don't beat around nobody's bush when I'm talking. I get to the point. I don't have time for curtsying around your so-called feelings, your emotions. Sorry, I don't have sympathy anymore, people. I cannot afford to have sympathy anymore. I have empathy. Okay, Shaka Khan, I feel for you. Okay, I feel for people. I have empathy, but I don't have sympathy. Okay?
Oh, I am so sorry you had to go through that. Oh, that is so, so wrong. Oh, and I'm so sorry you were going through it even still. Oh, oh, that is so, oh, oh no. Did it happen? Oh,
I ain't got time for that, people. I ain't got time for that. But I cannot not feel empathy because I feel other people's pain. Ladies and gentlemen, this particular individual, after he explained everything, and then I told him what I perceived, and I told him that what he was dealing with, he needed to be very careful, and he needed to make sure that he took it seriously because it wasn't a joke. He didn't hear a single word I said. He just focused right back on himself. And I told him, I said, you don't even realize that in the hour and 26 minutes you were talking, you told me two stories, two experiences twice. The same two experiences you repeated twice. I said, and I did not interrupt you. I let you talk. So when it's my turn to talk, you want to talk over me. Every time I said something while I'm talking, he's talking. The entire time I'm replying, he's talking. I said, and now you don't even show me the courtesy of listening. And as I'm saying that, he's still talking. I said, you can't listen and talk at the same time! I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, but I did say that eventually, like that loud. Ladies and gentlemen, for an hour and 26 minutes, I listened, did not interrupt him. Hour and 26 minutes. When it was time for me to talk, he just kept interrupting. Ladies and gentlemen, I understand what self-centeredness is. Go ahead, listen to my videos. You see that I am not stuck on myself. Yeah, yeah, I'm the greatest of all times. I can say that all I want, but that's not my personality, and people who know me know that. They know that I do not think more of myself than necessary. Now, in front of all of you, you better believe I will put on that front, but the people who know that I don't put myself on a pedestal. I put everybody else ahead of me.
Oh, well, you say you put everybody else ahead of you, but when I came to you and asked you,
That's right, you ignorant son of a. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of you, you stupid mother. I apologize. I got people who want me to cater to them specifically because they're selfish sons of hoes, prostitutes, sluts. Okay? Yeah, I said it. If the first comment you can come with is, well, you didn't do that for me, that shows how self centered you are. I'm not here for you. I'm here for the people. My people! That's who I'm here for. I am not here for you. Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman's name is Anthony David, and Anthony David is singing Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Wait, who was it that sang Everybody? It was that Tear for Fears that sang Everybody Wants to Rule the World? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony David is singing Everybody Wants to Rule the World. I'm a little surprised he's tackled a couple of songs that were what's the word for it? Worthwhile. Okay, and the name of his album was Anthony David. And now we got Diamonds and Pearls by the icon, Prince. Ladies and gentlemen, that conversation with that gentleman ended up with me simply hanging up on him. Now, I did tell him I'm about to hang up because I told him I can't go through this. Why? Because he wanted to argue. Ladies and gentlemen, I only gave him that courtesy because he and I had spoke several times before. But please understand, I will not tolerate that from any of you. As I told him over the telephone, there are certain things I don't allow. I permitted him to do that. Then he sends me a text message after I hung up on him and told me he still loved me. Really? That's how you express love to someone? Is ignoring them? Purposely trying to piss them off? And then he says, and I can blame him all I want. I'm blaming him now. Then he said, out of the whole conversation, the only thing he wanted to focus on, but you sat up there and sent me that information through a link that required, we didn't have an agreement that I had to go to some site and had to sign up and da da da. Oh God, ladies and gentlemen, what in the Lord have mercy. I apologize to y'all. We should be talking about so much more, but I just had to talk to you guys about this because I need you all to understand this is what I go through. This is what you people put me through. Why? I don't know. What did I do to deserve this? So, my doing YouTube videos is not for my benefit. The stuff I have to go through, nobody would go through this, ladies and gentlemen. And look, here's the thing. You guys are not paying me for this. So stop acting as if I owe you something. Okay, you see that snow on the ground? Okay, well, ain't no footprints in that snow. Alright, y'all need to understand. That's the seclusion I want. I don't want nobody else in the... I apologize. Ladies and gentlemen, my job is to help those who need help. That does not mean you. I said those, the group. People were getting ready to go through a mortgage crisis, so I focused on mortgages. But guys, I just did a video yesterday explaining about the A4V process and how it's been there since 1933 and how they created a mechanism for you to discharge your debts, all of them, and you guys have not been using it. They created a mechanism. You get to write things off if you use your sole proprietorship. All of you, if you want to start a new business teaching people how to use their sole proprietorship, do everything under sole proprietorship, even if they work for an employer. We're going to go past an hour. I was gonna stop this. No, we're gonna stop this now because I don't want to go past an hour. I will see y'all the next time. Okay? Diamonds and pearls. Gotta go.